Have you ever asked, what is heaven? Is it another dimension, a paradise? Does it really even exist? We're all going to pass from this earth, and knowing what comes next can end the fear of death and bring you peace. Our goal here at Hello Heaven is to answer these questions and many more concerning the afterlife. Welcome to our podcast, Hello Heaven.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hello Heaven. Each week we try to bring you information about the afterlife. You need to pardon my appearance. I appear a little blotchy. I've been to the doctor, and he used his liquid nitrogen, and this is the result. So what you see is what you're going to get today. I'm Barry Strohm, your host. If you're interested in learning the truth about heaven and the lesser-known archangels, you've come to the right place.
And I'm Connie Strohm, your co-host. Barry and I have been communicating with spirits for over 10 years and have compiled a huge amount of information about the afterlife. We currently have 750 videos on our YouTube channel. It's in the name of Barry Strohm, and you can view our past shows as well, as we bring you all aspects of the afterlife, the paranormal, and the supernatural. Our goal is to bring you all the aspects of the life after death and how knowing God and the archangels can make your life much happier. Hello Heaven is broadcast on YouTube Live, as well as our personal Facebook page and in our Facebook groups. Our most active group is Words of God, Then and Now, and all of our live videos are broadcast there. Audios of our broadcasts can be downloaded on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Alexa, and many other audio platforms. All of our past shows are available on our YouTube channel.
Now, tonight, we're going to be discussing information with 4 lesser-known, but still very important archangels. First of all, we'll speak with Muriel, the archangel who helps us with emotional problems. Then we'll speak with Sandalphon, the angel of music and prayer, Orion, the galactic archangel, and finally with Sachiel, the archangel of wealth and prosperity. Now, while most people never heard of these archangels, the information they'll bring you is very, very important. They will tell you many good things about what takes place on the other side. This is a great show to tell your friends about. If they take time to listen to it, they'll thank you for it. Now, first, we will begin with Archangel Muriel. She plays a very important role in helping people with emotional problems and especially depression. There's much to be depressed about in our modern world with all the evil that's out there. So, Connie, let us begin.
Today, we're going to investigate the role of several of the lesser-known archangels. We'll speak with Archangels Muriel, Sandalphon, Orion, and Sachiel. We're going to start our show today by channeling with Archangel Muriel, the archangel of emotional problems. Welcome back, Muriel. Would you like to begin with a message?
Absolutely. Many people today, almost everyone actually, has different emotional problems. You're living in difficult times, but you have to remember that there have been very difficult times in the ages before this. Everyone has problems. That is a fact of life. You're sent back to learn, and learning as a human can be very difficult. When you have difficulties, it can lead to emotional problems. And if you allow your emotional problems to grow unabated, they will create problems for you in trying to follow your life plan. So everyone has emotional problems. I know most people have never heard of me, but I've been helping humans since God put them on earth. Now that you know that I exist, you can call on me directly. I've always come to humans with problems, and most of the times those humans are not even aware that I'm trying to help them. But now that you have greater knowledge, perhaps I can be of greater help to you.
Yeah, Muriel, can you go into any more detail about your special role in the world of archangels?
I try to give you advice that will help you live a good life. If you have emotional problems, it will affect others. So I give you advice. Sometimes it is as simple as removing someone that is very toxic in your life. Everyone has individuals around them that create emotional distress. I try to teach you how to do things that will bring you better emotional stability. There are actually many things that angels can do to assist you. The key, of course, is asking for our help in prayer. If you do that, then you will find that there will be help available.
So many years ago, when I started to learn about angels and guides, it came to me that when you think your conscience is talking to you, it's really your angels or your guides. Is that correct?
Yes, sometimes that gut feeling that you have, that's us trying to lead you. Sometimes you get messages in dreams. Sometimes it's simply a feeling of doing one thing or another. But we come to you in many different ways.
Yeah. Why are you not well known among humans?
The ancients could not recognize the difference in angelic energies. They would think that they may have been talking to Gabriel or Raphael or Michael or some of the well-known angels from the Gospels. But you see, there are many, many archangels. There's probably 30 to 40 of us out there trying to help people. So the ancients didn't recognize my energies, and they thought they were talking to somebody else. And you see, angels, we're not vain energies. We don't really need to be recognized. The fact that we help is all that's really important.
Humans should follow that advice. Does a human have to pray to you directly if they want your help?
No, as a matter of fact, through the ages, you didn't know who you were talking to, but you have to pray for the help. You don't have to pray for me specifically. Your guides can send me to you. Other angels can hear your prayers. An angel will always hear your prayers. Then they will act accordingly. They will do their best to send the proper angel, but you don't have to ask for me directly. Pray to your guides, pray to God. God will send me to you to help. But the key is that you have to pray and ask.
What can you do to help individuals overcome emotional problems?
I can help guide you into making decisions that will help. If, for instance, you may be living in a bad relationship that's leading to emotional problems, I can try to guide you into leaving that relationship, and that may allow you to find a person with whom you'll find happiness. I can lead you to activities that will help. There are many, many things that we can do. The worst thing is for an individual to remain isolated and simply mentally focus on the emotional problems that they have. Distraction from thinking about your problems is one of the greatest things. And we can help send individuals to you to distract you. And we can guide you in making decisions that will help.
Do you think emotional problems are growing in humans?
There are many, many more humans, so there are many more emotional problems. But keep in mind through the ages that there's always been individuals with emotional problems. Since God created humans, he created challenges for them. And those challenges that he created helped create problems. He created evil as a test for humans. Evil can set situations that bring emotional distress. So today, there are many more individuals, and those individuals have got more advanced technologies, and those technologies can lead to emotional problems. So there is no shortage of individuals out there that are seeking help. And as your technologies increase, And as you become more aware of what is going on around you, your emotional problems will probably increase as well, especially if you don't have a good foundation in God. Faith in God will give you the strength to see these problems, solve them, understand them. And many people fear death. That's an emotional problem. If you understand God and heaven, then your fear of death should be decreasing. So there are many, many, many things going on. Some you can't avoid, but we will help you avoid those that you can.
In addition to knowing God, what are the main things a person can do to keep from getting emotional problems?
Be around people that are happy. Be around people that believe in God. Be around people that will help stimulate your thought process. Do things with those individuals and avoid toxicity. Be physically active. Go into the mountains, go fishing, do all of the things that will distract you from the emotional problems that you have. Do not worry about things. Keep in mind that worry does absolutely no good. You need to solve your problems, but you need not worry about them. Only think about things that you can influence. Think about things that influence your life.
Is there any way to prove the existence of angels?
There are many people that have seen us, but we take many different forms, so that is not the answer. The key is faith. You have to have faith that angels exist, just the same as you have to have faith that God exists. If you have sound faith, then you will accept the fact that these energies are around you. There are people like you and Barry that can speak with us. Accept that. Accept the truth that there are talented individuals that have special gifts given to them by God. If that was not so, you would not be listening to me today. Accept the fact that you are truly hearing the words of an archangel. You will hear more of my friends speak to you as well. If you accept that, then you will understand.
Hey, as we were saying, there is an incredible amount of negativity that creates emotional problems in all aspects of our lives today. What is the best way to remove that negativity from our life? Is it just basically to keep us around positive people?
Well, the best way is to believe in God and follow his words. If everyone did that, if individuals led the younger generation to follow his words, then within several generations, life would change. Negativity would go out of people's lives. Have positive thoughts. Think that anything is possible because it is. Negativity is a problem, but be positive about things. Don't always think something is going to go wrong. The more positive you are in your life, the happier you'll be.
What is the best way to communicate with you, Muriel?
The best way to communicate is just simply ask for me in prayer. If you start your prayer by simple words like, Muriel, please help me in this, and then tell me your problems, simply asking through prayer is the best way.
How can people know that if they ask for you specifically, you will hear their request?
We always hear your requests. Even though you may not think we do, sometimes we can't answer your requests, but we always hear them. If you ask for me, I promise you that I will be there.
What form do you take when you appear to someone?
Sometimes I can just simply be a voice. Maybe in your dreams, you'll see an angelic form. I will come to you as you expect me to come to you. I want you to be comfortable when you hear me answer. And sometimes I can take any form. It might be that I have to take a human form and appear in full apparition with you. I may be a homeless person. I may be a person sitting beside you on a bus. You never really know. But if you ask for me, rest assured that I will be there.
After the show, I have some more questions for you that are personal. Muriel, thank you so much for coming to see us again. Would you have any final message for us?
Just simply know that there is angelic help for you. Know that if you ask for us, we will be there. Know that we will always answer your prayers when you ask for our appearance.
Thank you so much. Archangel Sandalphon is an angel that very few humans know of her existence. She's an angel of music and prayer. Sandalphon, thank you for joining us today. Would you like to begin with a message?
Yes, I would. There are very few people that understand that I truly exist. Why would an angel exist that helps with music? You can understand why angels would help with prayer. But I have been around since the beginning of time. I have introduced humans to the relaxation of music. I have helped lead them into words of music that help praise God. Music has played a huge role throughout history. Many people have had incredible music talent, and we've tried to lead them and help them as best we could. Prayer, obviously, that is the key to asking. If you don't ask, you don't receive. So I have been around for a long time. People have not recognized my energies, as with many other archangels. They did not realize who I was or what I was trying to accomplish, but I have been there, and I plan to continue to try to help humans.
Could you go into a little more detail about your specific role in heaven?
I try to lead people. It may be that an individual wants to be a professional musician. I will show them the way, try to help them make the right decisions. It may be that a person has a great talent. I will help put words in their head. There are many of the songs that are out there that famous people have sung with words of praise that they never understood what they meant. I try to help bring music to people that will help them lead a better life. I work with Muriel. People with emotional problems can find solace in listening to music. So you see, music is actually much more important than you would ever believe. So I want to just stress that I'm here to help, just like any of the other archangels.
What is the relationship between music and prayer?
First of all, many people don't know how to pray. Prayer is a simple conversation. You ask for who you'd like to speak to. If you want to have a conversation with Jesus, you ask for our Lord, and then you simply have a conversation with him. You do not have to memorize lengthy prayers to be effective. You see, when we know you're praying, we are there for you. Many people have never known organized religions or the prayers that come with them. But when they speak to us, we still hear them. So a person will pray to me, and they may ask to help them with their musical talent. They may talk to Muriel and ask for help with their emotional problems. And it might be that music is one way to help them. So there's an infinite way that humans can appeal to holy or angelic spirits through prayer and asking for help in their musical careers and their talents. That can be one way of doing it.
Do you ever help a non-believer?
Sometimes, well, generally we don't. If they don't ask for our help, the people are generally on their own. But there are times that the actions of a non-believer can affect many, many other people. For instance, he may be an atheist that is a songwriter. We may give him words for songs that have sacred meaning, and he'll never understand it because he simply doesn't have a relationship with God. So in that instance, we would be affecting a non-believer. So generally, you have to ask for our help. But if there are ways that we can positively influence a non-believer, we may assist them.
What is the very best way to pray?
Simply have a conversation. Say what's on your mind. Ask for help, and we will try to give it to you. Now, keep in mind, you all have life plans, and if you're asking for help that differ from that life plan, we can't help you. But we will try to do the best we can. So a prayer is a conversation. Simply keep it simple. Ask what you would like to ask. Say thank you and goodbye. It can be that simple.
When can you help answer a prayer?
We will always hear a prayer. Sometimes you ask things that are adverse to your life plan. You see, we can never fully affect your free will. Free will is the ultimate for the human soul because they're judged how they make their decisions. So we will not interfere with your free will. We will help you make decisions, but the decisions have to be made by your own soul. Sometimes it can be complicated, but always never be afraid to ask in prayer. You never know what can be answered and what can't. So just keep it simple and tell us what you want.
Okay, so how do you handle it when a person prays to you to help them become a professional musician, but you know they do not have the talent and it's not in their life plan?
We will try to lead them away from that path. We will always try to help you follow your life plan. So it may be that a person doesn't have the talent to do what they think they would like to do. So we will lead them away. It is very simple. Sometimes people ignore us and continue to try to follow that path, but that can lead to emotional problems and fear of failure. So we try to lead them in the direction that will be most positive for them. If an individual does not believe in God, then they must make their own decisions. And quite often that leads to more failure.
Sandalphon, thank you for joining us again today. Next up, we've got Archangel Orion. He is the galactic archangel. As our technologies grow, Orion is becoming more active on our planet. Orion, would you like to begin with a message?
Yes, I know when you hear the name Orion, that you think of the constellation of that name, and that is how the individuals that recognized my energy gave me my name. On other planets, I have many different names. My role is very different. I try to bring together energies from different planets, from different planetary bodies. I try to guide extraterrestrials, and I try to lead humans into making decisions that will put them on a firm foundation for technological change. You see, there's really nothing new in the galaxy. While you humans think that you make brilliant decisions and your scientists come up with rules and laws of physics, there's nothing new. Other planets have already made those discoveries in the past, and there are planets that are far more advanced. So as humans grow technologically, it is important that they are properly led in the information that they're receiving. So as your technologies have increased, my role on Earth has increased as well. So my mission is a bit more complicated, and as your technologies grow, I will be playing a much larger role.
Does your role here on Earth differ from one on other planets?
Not really. Since you are a very young culture, you are learning technologies that other planets have learned previously. There are technologies that can lead you to literally destroy your planet. You have to learn coexistence. I help with that. There will be a time that you will learn to coexist with other planetary bodies. And there will be information that is required for you to do that. So in some ways, my actions vary, but in other ways they don't.
Our galaxy is so immense. How is it possible for you to be on multiple planets at the same time?
That is a very complicated question. You see, humans do not understand the interdimensional relationship that takes place in the galaxy. Humans live in a three-dimensional world. But just as heaven is another dimension, there are ways or dimensions that energies can traverse immense distances. I have intergalactic energy. God has a universal energy. All angels have a different type of energy that allows them to be interdimensional. By utilizing these dimensions in different ways, it is possible for us to transverse huge distances. Just the same as it is interdimensional relationships that allow visitors from other planets to visit Earth. There are relationships that humans have to learn in the future. I will try to guide them into learning the proper relationships. But cultures, such as humans, have to learn these technologies or interrelationships gradually. If humans would learn these technologies too rapidly, then fear and emotional distress would come into play, and situations could occur that would actually adversely affect human evolution. So it is like walking a tightrope. Information has to be given to humans when they are capable of reacting to it properly. So we do a lot to guide. We do a lot to help individuals, and I will play a much larger role in the future evolution of humans, because it is only through learning and technologies that they will truly be able to advance.
So does your energy differentiate you from the other archangels? You're different?
No, we are only different in what we do. All the archangels have the same energies. All the archangels can transport themselves interdimensionally. All archangels are not limited in their abilities. All the archangels serve God. We just serve them in many different ways. As humans want to advance, it is critical that an energy such as myself help give them direction. Humans receive direction from all types of energies. So we are all the same, but in what we do, we are all different.
Are you helping with the disclosure of the reality of the existence of extraterrestrials?
Yes. In order for humans to advance, they are going to have to learn to coexist with what we call them extraterrestrials. There are many planets in the galaxy that support advanced technologies. There are life forms that are capable of doing many, many things. These life forms have been visiting your planet for millions and millions of years. For humans to truly advance, they have to learn to coexist and interact with these other life forms. If we are successful in guiding humans properly, it will be a smooth transition. So hopefully, humans will follow the directions that we try to give them.
Then you are helping to influence humans to accept an interaction with extraterrestrials. That you're working on that now.
Absolutely. I've been working on that for many years. You see, the ancients accepted the extraterrestrials. If you look at many of the forms and evidence from the past, you'll see that there's been interaction in the past. But there has been a transition in humans where they moved away from acceptance of these bodies. When the time comes, we will guide the humans to understand that it is critical that they accept these life forms and that there will be little to fear from them. You see, God wants coexistence among all of his life forms. He will help us guide towards that goal.
Is there anything that humans should be doing now to prepare for alien disclosure?
The main thing is to accept that life exists on other planets. They have to understand that there is nothing to fear from these life forms. God wants humans to advance. There's going to be a time that life will not be able to exist on your planet. All things die. All suns die. Things happen that will preclude humans from living on your planet. They will have to travel the stars to exist. They will have to be able to find another planet where they can live. And to do that, they'll have to get along with the other life forms.
Okay, Ryan. Ryan, what should a human ask for you specifically?
They should ask for me if they feel that they need guidance with things that are taking place on a galactic scale. If they fear disclosure, they should ask me for help in understanding what is taking place. If they are worried about individuals from other planets, they should ask me. Anything that concerns worry about intergalactic situations, they can pray to me directly for help.
What have you done in the past to help humans advance?
I've done much. We've helped guide them in their research. We've done many things. We are currently helping with communication. We are preparing the populace in many ways for disclosure. You are now seeing many more interactions between alien ships. Much that is taking place in your government, we are guiding. So there are many, many things that I've done through the past. I helped the ancients accept extraterrestrials. So I've been very busy. And I know that you have Archangel Sachiel waiting to speak. So I thank you very much for allowing me to come through today. Thank you.
Thank you.
And goodbye.
Thank you, Orion. Okay, Sachiel, would you like to begin with a message?
Yes, I would. I am not well known, but I try to do many things. I try to help individuals gain wealth and prosperity. You see, many life plans include wealth and prosperity, and they do it for one reason. They do it so that the individual can use that wealth to help others. So I will help them make the proper decisions through their life to follow that life plan. And then after they gain wealth, I will try to influence them in how they use that wealth to help others. So I know almost no one is aware of my presence, but actually I am very, very active in helping humans follow life plans.
You've been extremely successful. Why would wealth be in some individuals' life plan and then poverty be in others' life plan?
Individuals are sent back to help others. Some will not have great wealth, but they will do great things to help others. Individuals with great wealth can do much. They can step in and help thousands of people. But they can also do nothing. And if they do nothing but hoard that wealth for them and their families, then they have violated their life plan and they've created a karma. That karma is going to have to be replaced in their next life. That karma, in most instances, is poverty. You've been given great wealth in one life and you have abused it. So in the next life, you will come back and you will live a life of poverty. So you understand what it is like to need help. So you see, wealth creates poverty. If you follow your life plan, use that wealth to help others, then you will be rewarded in heaven. And you will be given that good karma that you create will be present in your next reincarnation. If you do not use it properly, you will create a negative karma, and that will be the product of how you lived that prior life.
What can you do to help individuals gain wealth?
I can help them make the proper decisions. Individuals need to make good decisions to gain great wealth. I can lead them. I can show them that they need to do this or to do that. I can bring people to them that will give them opportunities. There are many things that we can do from this side to help. An individual should understand that there is only one reason for great wealth. If you ask your guides and angels to help, you make the proper decisions to do that, and understand that the goal of that wealth is to help others, then we will come to you and we will assist. If you do not believe in God and think that you are almighty, then you will not ask and you will make your own decisions.
Is it possible to gain angelic help without prayer?
Yes, but it is very difficult. It may be that we need to assist because in the future of this individual's life, situations will change. We may be able to influence them. They may, in their process of finding great wealth, also find God. We will try to influence them into situations where they understand God exists and that they understand the true intent of what should be taking place with that great wealth. So we may help them, but it will not be to the extent that we would have helped them if they had the foundation of God and were asking for our help.
Exactly how do you go about helping individuals understanding the role of wealth in their life plan when they are not aware that you exist?
It can be difficult, very difficult. We will put them in situations where they will be given information about God, about helping others, and about helping coexist. We will bring people to them. We will try to show them the joy of helping others. Many people will succumb to the evil energy. They may buy huge yachts, many homes. But when they do this, they must understand that this is not God's will. Personal greed and power is never part of a life plan. What they accomplish in life and what they do with what they accomplish is the most important part of their reincarnation.
You have said that karma is real. How does it come into play with how an individual follows their life plan? They're not aware, I don't believe.
No, most are not aware of karma, but they need to accept it as a reality. As I mentioned, and the most important thing that people have to remember is that if they do not use what they have to help others, that they create negative karma. That negative karma, it may be part of the latter part of the current life plan, or it will be how they plan the next reincarnation. Generally, if you abuse the wealth that we help you gain. And keep in mind, it's very difficult to gain that wealth without our aid. If you abuse that aid, then how you live your future life will not be nearly as pleasant.
How did you get the name Sachiel?
That is what was assigned to me by some humans. I guess, I don't know, maybe it is named after a satchel of money. That's the way ancients used to speak of it. But it is a name that was given to me, and I kind of like it. On other planets, I have many different names, but on this one, Sachiel is fine.
I agree with you. Is it possible to gain wealth without your help?
Yes, you can gain wealth without our help. You don't have to ask for it. You don't have to have a foundation. Evil will help you gain wealth. Evil wants you to use that wealth to do evil things. So your free will, you can gain free will, great wealth, without our help. But you cannot ever have the benefits in heaven without our help.
Hey, you sort of mentioned this, but in our modern world, would you say that wealth and evil are definitely connected?
Absolutely. Evil wants individuals to use the great wealth for evil projects. There are many, many things that can help, that people can do to use their wealth to undermine God. They can lie to the people. They can buy TV channels, stations, and they can use that great wealth to spread the word that God doesn't exist. So there are many, many things that evil wants you to do with that wealth. Sadly, there are situations where that great wealth is used against God. But when they return to heaven, they will have a clearer understanding of the mistakes that they made. So thank you for allowing me to speak today. I appreciate the opportunity, and I hope that I've been able to help.
I appreciate your joining us today because you definitely were able to help. Thank you so much.
There's much to learn about the Archangels, their role and how they can help with all the aspects of our daily lives. Now, my 9th book is entitled Modern Messages of the Archangels. And in that book, we channel 20 different angels, the archangels that are including those that you heard here tonight. Now, if you would like to participate on the show, please send an email to onestrohm@gmail.com and describe your story of the supernatural, who you'd like to channel, and what your questions would be. I'll get back to you and set up a time to record. You will need a decent camera and mic since this is for YouTube Live. And my new book, Jesus the Missing Years, is now available for sale on Amazon and on my websites, barrystrohm.com and spiritspredict.com. The book explains in detail why there is little in the Bible about the 32 years from the birth of Jesus to the beginning of his ministries. Connie and I channeled 24 different spirits close to Jesus during his lifetime to bring you this book. It's available in softcover, ebook, audiobook, and hardcover on Amazon. If you want a signed copy, you're going to have to go to one of my websites because that's the only place you can get them. If you'd like to spread God's words by giving his book to others, we are offering large discounts for bulk purchases, and you can see those discounts on barrystrohm.com.
So thank you for listening to our podcast, Hello Heaven. Please join us on YouTube Live as well as Facebook Live on Barry's personal page and in our Facebook groups on Fridays at 6 p.m. Pacific time. The audio of our shows can be heard on Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Alexa, Spotify, iHeart, and all the major platforms. So please tell your friends about our shows. They're all meant to prove the existence of an afterlife and thereby bring you happiness and peace.
And I would also like to thank you for listening to Hello Heaven. Our goal is simply to bring you the true information about the afterlife. Everyone is going to pass from this earth, and the more you know about the journey, the less you will have to fear. So tell your friends about our shows. You'll be doing them a favor. Please take time to subscribe to our channel and leave us a comment. We love to hear that we are reaching people and helping others, and those comments are often the only way that we know this. So goodbye, and thank you so much for listening. Thank you for listening to Hello Heaven. Please join us Fridays at 6 p.m. Pacific Time on YouTube and Facebook. You can hear us on multiple audio platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, Alexa, and other media platforms as well. If you'd like to appear on the show, send an email to onestrohm@gmail.com and tell us your story. Have a great week. Tell your friends about our show. They'll thank you for it. Music is by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com.